Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while. So we've been open for 2.5 weeks now. Um, I'll just go do a small walk around the whole store. We've been doing pretty good. It's the 7th, I believe it's the 7th today. So we're still at the beginning of the month. Everything's going pretty good. There's all the fish. They're starting to breed now. Now that it's been a month or two of them being here at the store, they're settling in. These comperceps, they have little babies in there, free swimming. Well, swimming throughout the whole tank. They're the only ones that have bred so far that we've noticed. We've separated Brevis breeding pair, Pearly breeding colony, couple grow outs. These are Chrysalis, another Brevis pair right there. Still pretty much same layout. All the grow outs and the ones that are for sale in the middle rows. These are all Tanganicans, Transcriptus, Lelupi, Golds, adult Cautopunctatus, Maltese on top, some baby Utintas. That one's empty. A few of them are empty because I've sold the fish that were in them. More Cautopunctatus, Similis, more Helianthus. No, Chrysalis. These are Helianthus. This one's empty, but these are all pearly, and then ornatus on the bottom. Same thing, more grow outs, and some of these are for sale. Last videos, these two rows were empty, but we've been buying tanks slowly to fill them up. We just got these 2 days ago. They're just in there. I need to buy more substrate, more cichlid sand for them. So there's a bunch of empty tanks because we still need to buy fish to stock and to sell. Grow outs, 3 tanks of gold ocellatus, 2 tanks of pearly, ruby reds, and there's pearlies. That one's empty. These are Carpunctatus and Helianthus. Tritica, Comperceps, Timberwell, Inkfin Kelvis, Signatus. Here's a pair. Maybe they have babies, maybe not. We haven't seen anything yet. In here, we're checking if they pair out, and they're for sale as well. And then I'll get to the 20s. These are gonna half of these 2 shelf. One of them is cichlids. The other one is gonna be the ones with the black substrate will be tropical, more community fish. Pistogramma, Panduro, empty. I'm growing out some electric blue Acara. That one's empty. Mixed shrimp tank, blue dreams. Just a bunch of plants. Sawasa tank, some Java moss, other random plants. A couple snails in there. Mystery snails, Ameca splendens. These are for sale. Some of them are sexable. Sajika, that's what they look like as adults. Like 5-6 inch fish, South American, Central American cichlids. Just got these also a couple days ago. Guppies. These are like a yellow pastel, yellow blue pastel. I don't know what to name some of these since I forgot what they call the patterns for the guppies, but they're pretty cool looking. Dark with red, mosaic, snake skins. I can't remember what they have so many different names that I can't remember them all. And plus, we're not just into guppies, we're into the cichlids, into plecos, we're into all the types of fish. So it's sometimes hard to remember exactly all the color morphs, what they're called. These are mostly just females. There might be one male in there, but I haven't seen him color up yet. But in all these, there's males and females. Females $5, males $7, and they're nice, colored up. Good quality, locally bred. These ones on top are empty, just black Calvis, Comperceps red fins, empty. Some Similis babies. These are, I forgot the first name, but they're Tapajos. Can't remember their other name. More Gorda Saladas, empty. More Comperceps. Breeding pair of Brevis. We have Beer is crying. He wants his dinner or late night dinner before I leave the store. Same thing, Pleco breeding, Pleco growouts and the ones that are for sale. These are all pretty much green dragons, long fins and short fins in there. I do have some that are sexed out, males. I sold the 2 females I had already. Green dragons, growouts, green dragon. A few adults that are sexable. 2 green dragon males, longfin brown, and then longfin brown females in there. Same thing, more Plecos. I don't sell them at this size. These are still too small to sell. Minimum, I sell them at this size, about 1.5 inches. If I sell them too small, other fish will beat them up, kill them, or even your hang on back filter or whatever filter you have that's not a sponge filter will kill them, chop them up because of the blades. I usually like to sell them at this size, 1.5 inches, 2 inches and bigger. These are browns, super reds. There's 2 long fins in here, albinos, albino short fin, albino long fin, browns, brown long fin, super reds and calicos. Their things are really dirty because they're Plecos, and I feed them a lot too, because there's probably 20 or 30 Plecos in just one tank. This is the 5-gallon rack. This is where I have my breeding pairs of gold ocellatas, and this pair has babies. You can see a couple in there. They were out swimming. But this is how I breed them, in pairs. There's some fry in here. Similis. These are Similis, transcriptis pairs, and they all have little wigglers. This is another pair of Maltese. You can see one little baby inside the cave, inside the PVC pipe. More Chitica growing out. The Helianthus pair. More babies in there. 2 Signatus pairs. We haven't seen any babies yet. I'm not sure why. I'll probably swap out the pairs, put a different pair in there. What's that cat doing? Hey, what are you doing? He's going over there because I have his food on the higher shelves, so he's hungry. So gold ocellatas on top. Well, any fish will be going in here, but I just have them separate because the males were being aggressive with the females. That's a female, this is a male, another female, and another male. I have to put them back together. Just wanted the females to heal up and regain some of their weight that they lost. Carapunctatus pair. They don't have any babies yet. Another Signatus pair, Similis pairs and groups. These 2 have babies. These guys don't yet. Wild betas, Smardina copper pair, and these are just wild pair. And then these are gonna be guppies I'm gonna be keeping to keep breeding because they're pretty cool looking. They're good looking guppies. Where's the male? Oh, the male's back there, but this one I'm probably gonna name him like Black Dragon or something like that. He's all black with a little bit of red on his tail fin. He's really cool looking. I can't remember what these guys are called. Maybe you guys can comment down. Let me know what they're called. I don't have the best light, but you could see them. Pretty sure this guy's like a snake skin, something like that. These are only 2 females with a couple fry of the lure tail. I need to get a nice male and add it to this tank. This is just a snail tank. There's some nerite snails in there. I think these are called like bluegrass. Another colony I'm trying to breed more of. Nice blue on them. And then we're still missing a bunch of 5-gallon tanks. I don't like to pay full price for them, and people will overprice them. Most of these we've gotten for under $10. Most of them $1 per gallon. And then moving over to the 20-gallon longs. This area is all the Pleco breeding colonies. So there's 5 of green dragon longfins, and these guys kicked out a egg sac. But green dragon longfins, 1 shortfin female, but the rest are longfins. Male's longfin. Let's see if he'll come out. He was just out here. Come on. But yeah, these top tanks are all green dragon breeders. 1 male with like 5 or 7 females. Then I'm growing out some albino green dragons. Another green dragon. This is just a brown longfin, albino longfin. This is a good looking male too. He only has 2 females, 1 female shortfin, and I added a female longfin, but she's still pretty young. And on the bottom I have the super reds. Nope, 1 calico breeding colony, and then 2 super reds. And then I have the original dad, grandpa of the green dragons right there. I need to give him some females so he could keep breeding. But yeah, all of the 20s are mostly just breeders. We don't have any of these for sale. I mean, everything's for sale for the right price. Minimum, I'd sell a breeding colony of green dragons, and they're all proven. Back at the home garage where we had them, they all had babies. They're all around 2 years old, so they're all pretty young. He's coming out. He's a good looking male. He probably has bred with another female, or he might have another female in there. He's being pretty aggressive. But minimum I'd probably want would be around $500. Price would go up from there, but everything has a price. We're growing out some pea puffers. We're gonna try and breed those. And here's my breeding colony of albi betas, mouth brooders. There's a male. That's a really bad glare since I don't have lights. And here I have some live bearers, the tiger limas with stir-by cory cats. Blue Dream shrimp breeding colony. This one's empty. I have some yellow sucata shrimp. And here's some Venezuelan cory cats. On top, dang, I can't remember the first name. But they're a small cichlid, similar to the apistos. You could probably just Google that name. But there's 6 of them growing out. I could sell them or keep growing them out so I could get a breeding pair. Blue tuxedo guppies. The colony is still pretty small, but my females are super nice. Nice big tails. Their dorsal isn't as long, but I like their tails. They have big tails on them. Males are nice. The breeding colony of the Mecha Splendid. And then I just got these as well. These are Puerto Rican wild guppies, wild antlers. And then I have just bronze cories in there. I think that's a Venezuelan. I need to get that guy out. But I'm selling these cories. I have a lot more. Grizzlies breeding pair. Compriceps. I'm actually selling these guys. Kasai cylindricus. They haven't bred for me yet. I've tried different setups. I haven't seen any of the females hold. I have 3 males and 3 females. 35 each or 200 for all of them, plus shipping if you want them shipped. Yeah. Chitika breeding pair. Another Chitika. All the Chitika have given me babies. It's the ones I showed in the video before. The multi-breeding colony, Timberwell, Firefin, Goldheads, the Brevis. I showed you guys these already. The Utinta cylindricus breeding colony. There's 2 females holding in there. It's only been about a week and a half. I'll wait another week and then strip them. We're growing out this guy, the Ranchu. This side, we're still missing tanks. We still need to buy some. But I do sell some of the supplies I use. Alder cones. These guys, I like them. They tint the water pretty good. The little 5 gallons over there. The 2 left ones, I only added 3 alder cones, and they did that to the water. They release a lot of tannins in there. So just with 3 of them. And in each bag there's 14 pines for $8. Then I do have some of the cholla wood, $3 each. I use it for all the tropical fish. The cichlids, they don't need it. They're just hard water cichlids. Small tanks, nano tanks. Some Anubias. There's a couple shade shrimp in there. This one, there's blue dream shrimp in there. And I don't have them with any air, just the water. They don't need anything fancy. These are good for like your office, desk. They're nice. Throw a couple pieces of food in there, and they're good. I'll be getting into the reptiles. So I have a few tanks that I need to set up for them. But all of these will just be more 20 longs for more breeders. I have a bearded dragon. A friend gave him to me. He's over here trying to get his food. Then down here I have some leopard geckos. They're all hiding in their caves. This is the mystery snail breeding tanks. These are chestnut, darkfoot, lightfoot, darkfoot, lightfoot breeding colony. They have a lot of clutches back there. And there's a bunch of babies on the floor. This is the grow out. This is where I had all the clutches in here. They've just been hatching, growing. These are the dang it, can't remember what they're called, but they're the green ones. Then these are the ones that are sellable size, at least a dime size or up to a nickel size. There's a bunch of them. the normal golds, the chestnuts. There's a couple of the violet ones. I see there's a couple even ivory ones. But that's them. That's the breeding tank for the mystery snails. Over to this side, breeding pair of Scaleri angels. They have babies somewhere. They moved them. I can't see them anymore unless they ate them. They should be free swimming now, the babies. They were wigglers yesterday. And here are their kids that I'm selling. A couple of the smaller ones are probably quarter size. There is a small one right there. We're like quarter size, but the rest are that big one in the middle. Right there. He's probably 3 inches tall, fin to fin. Then I have a couple of the bronze cories in here, a couple longfin plecos in here just to help keep the tank clean. There's an orange flash episto. I have my original female ocelota beta mouse brooder. She's in here. And then I have another male Smardina in here. They used to be in small tanks, little 5 gallons, but I wanted to give them a big tank. That way they could enjoy the big space. These are the African cichlids, the ones I'm selling. A couple OBs. They're like iceberg mix. They're really nice. The light's off and you can see how bright the color is. Some ruby reds, black Calvis in there. Some big black Calvis, smaller ones. Two gold ocelotas, and then Angara flametail. Kendali in there with them. It's a pretty nice tank, and a couple plecos in there. Longfin brown and 2 green dragons. This is the breeding colony of Angara flametails. That male's super nice. He's not that colored up because it's nighttime. And then this is the breeding colony of Rubensen, ruby reds. That's them. I stopped to add a couple screws to this one. Need to sand it, but I might not sand it. I might just leave it as is. I wanted to paint it black to match the rest, but I might just leave it like that. There's a duck. His name's Pancho. I don't think we told you guys a name. Well, that's him. Just waiting for his nighttime snack. Some of the supplies we're selling: fish tank, couple filters. I had more stuff, but I've sold it all. Rock, some substrate, sand, some pumps, filters, air pumps, heaters, pH and TDS testers, a bunch of the sand we use, substrate we use. And here's my hamster. He's a Syrian hamster. His name's Potato because he's as big as a potato and he's the same color. They're all the same color, but I just named them Potato. Here's my tortoises. 2 Russians and 1 sulcata. This is where I feed them. And they leave a mess like always. I'll clean it up tomorrow morning, give them new food. Yeah, I'll be getting more sulcatas. Just gotta free up some money. And I'll probably be getting around 10. And they'll be small, little babies. That's that tank. There's Beerus again, the couch. That way when customers come, they can come sit down at the fish, check out the fish, or just hang out. They can come play with Beerus. He likes playing with the stick. He loves it. But that's pretty much it, guys. There's still a lot of work to do. A lot of tanks for us to get a lot more fish for us to get. I'll show you guys the office. This is my desk. This is where I bag up, check out everything. These are some boxes that I have to send out in the morning. I'm sending out, I think, 30 fish tomorrow. My laptop, printers down there for the labels, the fridge where I have my food and the fish's food. And here we have more plecos, and we're trying to grow out our Daphnia colony. This is the stuff I use daily. It used to be organized, but since I've been using it, it got messy again. Brine shrimp. Here I have all my rubber bands, the bags, everything I use for shipping, for bagging up the fish, all the retail stuff. I have the containers. Sand for the salt for the brine shrimp. Food for the duck. I just got this stuff yesterday, so it's a mess. My heat packs I use, the supplies I use for the fish, conditioner, medicine. I use this salt when they get sick. This is the best stuff you could use. $5 at the grocery store. Instead of buying that little tiny bag at Walmart or a Pleco that costs like $8, you get twice as much. I'll cure for ache, fungus, stuff like that. I'll show you guys if I get any sick fish, I'll show you, or injured fish, I'll show you guys what I do with the salt and how we treat them. I'll feed Beerus right now since I'm right here. Let's get him his food. Get a nice handful. He knows what to do. Okay, there you go. I'll take his water bowl. It's 2 days old. But yeah, that's like the supplies. This is where we do our water changes. This one, we have more Daphnia and some more Plecos growing out in here. Water change stations. All this water is fresh with the bubblers we have in here. That way it keeps movement in the tanks. Like that. You can see the bubble on this one. This is where we clean all the filters, all the tanks. Just cleaning station. More supplies. We have toys for the dogs, for the cats. Our dogs back at home, they love these. The cat toys. More supplies. I have a bunch of battery operated air pumps, couple nets, bubblers, heat packs for the reptiles, heat mats I mean, bubble stones, just stuff you use or we use, stuff we want to sell at the store. Oh, I gotta show you guys the office. But that's pretty much a whole overview of the tanks. Still have to get this row to finish it up. That's pretty much a whole walk around of the whole store. He's yelling at me because he wants his food. More toys for the dogs and cats. Here are some hermit crabs. That guy's getting down. 55. We need to build a stand for another double stand to hold 255s. And I just got this monster. Now monitor lizard. Or he's not a lizard, he's a monitor. His tank is pretty small, but I'll be building him out of all the extra wood we got. We have a bunch of 2x4s and a bunch of the plywood 4x8s. So I'll be building him a 4x8 enclosure. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it because in this office we are gonna fill it with fancy goldfish and maybe a couple shrimps. But the stands we have at home, there's 3 or 4 that hold 15, 10 gallons. We're gonna put them, of course, on the walls, and they're all gonna be full of ranchu, ryukin, maybe some butterfly tails, just fancy guppies, the more premium ones, not your typical, not the typical ones you see at pet stores. Even though you're seeing more ranchus at pet stores, they're not the high quality ones. They all have bent backs, and we want nice straight backs or humped backs. We want the higher premium ones. And this guy's pretty big. It's probably close to 3 foot from the tip of his nose to his tail. But once throughout the week, I'll start gathering up all the wood that I'm gonna be using to build his enclosure. And I'll probably, just in the meantime, throw him probably somewhere over here. His enclosure is gonna be the same distance, the same length, I mean, as these. These are 8 foot long, and I just cut it in half so it could be perfect for the turtles. These are the plywood that I'll be using, like the back wall, 4 foot by 8 foot. That's gonna be his tank, his new enclosure. So it's gonna be pretty big for him. Or I might even cut it down. That actually looks a little too big for him right now, and for the space we have. We're gonna move into my bay next door, so we'll be cutting a door and expanding to that bay, but that's a little bit later down the road. But either way, I still have to build him a bigger enclosure, and I have to build it to be on wheels. That way I can move it out of the way if I have to. But I want him to be pretty happy here as hopefully as another mascot for the store. Cause there's Beerus, hairless cat. There's Pancho, the duck that keeps yelling for food. And I have the tortoises. I'll be keeping him or her. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it might be a guy. These are pretty. I can't remember the name. They're pretty big. They poke out a lot. Then the Russian tortoises, I'll be selling these guys. I was told they're 2 males. You could tell by their tail. But it's 2 males. And one's always trying to hump the other, and they're always fighting. So it probably is true. But that's it, guys. Video's really long, 30 minutes, 33 minutes. That's the whole tour of the store. Please subscribe, share, like, everything. We want to make this work. We have some pretty cool fish, and I want to share them with you guys. I've been shipping fish for 2 years now. It's been pretty good. Shipped all over the United States. I use heat packs in all my boxes. Some states have still been in the 40 to 60 degree weather at night, and I've been using the 40-hour heat packs. But yeah, I'll sell breeding groups, breeding pairs, but they won't be cheap because they're all proven. They're all giving me babies, so you'll be getting good quality fish. Most of the cichlids, their parents were wild or their grandparents were wild, so their bloodline is still pretty strong. I just don't mark them as wild since I breed them a lot. They're pretty much just domesticated, so I don't label them as F1 or F2 unless I get actual wild caught fish like these guys, like the guppies that actually came straight from Puerto Rico. I'll label them, but besides that, I won't really label any of the fish. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll end the video here. I'll end it with Beerus on the camera. Say bye.